Alright, good morning everybody. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about some of these things I spoke about on videos in Yiddish. Certain things on my mind. Apparently there was some kind of a protest today to say, we're not scared and we're this and that and we're visible, and it was organized by the secular organizations who have a long history of being anti-Hasidic, anti-Haredi, anti-Orthodox in general. And now all of a sudden, they like to make protests. That's the type of thing they like to do. Right? Like Rabbi Weinberger said when he was a kid, one week they were protesting for the Jews in Russia, and one week they were protesting for the Jews in Syria. And so they were at the protest for the Jews in Syria, and they were interviewing the one kid, and he said it's horrible what they're doing to the Jews in Russia. People, they just like to make these protests, and I know it's a geschmacka thing to go to a protest and this and that. People enjoy it. People have fun to do it. It's something out of the ordinary. You go and you do something. I did it. When I was a kid. Get to a certain point in your life, you grow out of this stuff. Unless they're inviting you to speak there, then you're gonna go, right? They haven't invited me, right? So it's a shocking thing to see that who was one of the sponsors of this protest is Yafet, and who else is going to be there? AOC, I guess, and Linda Sarsour, all the big Jew haters. They're going to be there. I don't understand what's this all about. So it's a crazy thing. What do we? These are the people who really are, fanning the flames of all this. I'm not, the Samer Rebbe wrote in Vayel Moshe about the Zionists, which is also true, how they want to make themselves look like these big heroes. So he said the parable the Samer Rebbe wrote was, you can imagine an arsonist. Somebody's a guest at someone's house and they're an arsonist, and they wake up their victims, say, "Oh, the house is on fire," and look at what a great hero I am, I saved your lives. Meanwhile, there wouldn't have been a fire if you didn't start the fire. So it's the same thing with the Zionists. They're the ones who started all the problems. We lived in peace before the 1890s with the Arabs. I mean, it wasn't perfect. You went in the wrong neighborhood anywhere, you're gonna, it's the same thing, in America, a Jew is gonna walk in the wrong neighborhood at night. He's gonna have, it's gonna be a target. But, here it is, the things really started to get bad after the 1890s, after, Hebron was after that, 1929, all these things because of the Zionists. That's the history. But they want to make themselves look like these big heroes when they're the ones who are causing the problems to begin with. And it's the same thing here. Who's fanning all the flames against the Hasidim? It's these Yafed, all these left-wing groups that are, really in a certain sense, the Hasidic community is the canary in the coal mine of religious freedom and so forth. And all of these attacks that they're trying to close down our schools, attack our way of life, these are much more dangerous to us than a random lone wolf, mental patient, who went on Amazon and bought a sword. Who's more dangerous to us? Is Yafet. It's much more dangerous than all of the shooters and stabbers and slashers combined, because these people, first of all, they're just mentally ill people. They belong in a hospital, but they might attack our bodies. But people like Nick Muster are attacking our souls. They want us. It's not enough, when we're martyrs by the hand of these people, we go to heaven. Nick Muster wants us to go to hell. Literally, he wants to. He's a choyte machtes rabim. Wants to destroy our way of life and destroy our culture. And that's a real genocide. It's much more dangerous. And he's going to be at such a protest. He's like, Turkomada was also he grew up in an Orthodox Jewish home, Pablo Cristiani and all these others that made service for the Klal Yisrael. They say Hitler himself came from a Jewish background, had Jewish ancestry. Judaism is a religion, not a race. And I'm not saying everybody has to be Hasidic or ultra-Orthodox, but the same thing, not everybody has to be modern Orthodox, and not everybody has to be a Litvish, and not everybody has to be Sephardi. The beauty of the Jewish community is the diversity. And so there are going to be certain groups that want to maintain a certain lifestyle, a certain ideology, and a certain education system and so forth, and that's their identity. And you're going to try to destroy that. It's a form of genocide. And yet these are the people that are going to go and protest. They're going to organize a protest against hatred for the Hasidim when they're the ones who are doing it, when they're the ones who are causing it. They are the anti-Hasidic bigots. Makes no sense. So no, I'm working today anyway. I'm not going to Brooklyn to go be, on one of these protests and this and that. I have no time for this nonsense. I have work to do. I'm here in the mental hospital, ministering to people of all faiths, making a Kiddush Hashem. The work I'm doing here is a lot more. And who comes to Jewish service? Not just Jewish people. A lot of the Jewish people, they don't come. And the people of all different races, all different religions, they come and they'll listen to me sing Ashrei and read Kriya Shema in English and say a little drasha. Maybe I'll give them some grape juice once in a while. And they see the Jews aren't so bad. The work I'm doing here is much more important than going and making a protest in a bridge somewhere. I have other issues I want to talk about. I'm back at work. My lunch break's over. We can talk about this more, but the main thing is, none of this matters. You're gonna go make a protest. You know what really matters is you're gonna learn Torah. As much as, all right, I'm not from the Aguda, and I'm not doing the Daf Yomi, and I know I didn't go to Siyam Shas, and no interest to go to Siyam Shas. But the truth is, much bigger Kiddush Hashem is at 90,000 people at the Siyam Shas than ich weiß, 500 people marching in Brooklyn today. That people getting together to learn Torah, and that's a Kiddush Hashem. It's people learning Torah, doing mitzvahs, 90,000 people davening mincha all together like that, saying Amen Yeshmei Rabbah. That's a Kiddush Hashem. Not to go and sit together with Apikarsim and protesting. We don't gain anything by that. All right. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. See you later.